jokes. Bad boy in my city, no diddy, like ha ha. Fuck around to catch 50, no pity, like rah rah. Drop the keys off to me, no Alicia, no problems. Break down all grizzlies, half soft, half whipping till it rock up.
What up? What up? So we know YNW BORTLEN took the plea deal. Homie took the plea deal for 16 and 3 months, 16 years, 3 months. He's going to get credit for time served. They're running them concurrent. Plus, he's going to get good time. So he'll officially probably be out in a few years, like 5 years or something like that. Then he's got like probation and shit. But the thing I want to get into is everybody pushing the narrative that he told or in some way he is telling. And I want to show you why that's probably not the case. You feel me? He pled no contest. You know what I'm saying? We're going to break it down for you. But first, it's Catch a Jukes TV with your host, A Jukes. You already know what's up. Always keeping it real. I'm showing love if you showing love. Please hit that like button, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I'm always popping out. You know what I'm saying? This is what we're going to do. I got right here. I'm going to throw it up on the right here. And we're going to listen to what they got to say.
Murder plus more charges. And as I've mentioned before, MELLY went to trial and that ended in a mistrial. Now, BORTLEN was supposed to go on trial this week, but that didn't happen because in a shocking move, he accepted a plea deal from prosecutors. In exchange, they'll drop the double murder charges against him.
So I had set this afternoon the deadline as to whether or not Mr. Henry wanted to accept the state's offer or not. We were set to go to jury selection tomorrow morning. So Mr. Haddad or Mr. Nascimento, we're going forward to change the plea this afternoon. And state, is it the same terms that you discussed previously? Is there anything different?
No, Your Honor, that has changed. It's correctly reflected on the plea forms.
So the plea forms to me look like on the 19th case as to the 2 counts of accessory after the fact, as well as to all 4 counts in the 23 case. These are going to be adjudications, 10 years Florida State prison, followed by, let's say, 6 years probation.
That's correct.
6 years probation. All counts are run concurrently, all sentences run concurrently with one another. And it looks like there's no restitution in the 23 case. In the 19 case, I'm reserving restitution and ordering it payable. That's going to be to Terry Bagley as well as Ashley Phillips.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
We've spoken to them and they don't anticipate there being any restitution.
Okay.
Jargon, right? But let's. I've mentioned before, MELLY went to trial and that ended in a mistrial. Now, BORTLEN was supposed to go on trial this week, but that didn't happen because in a shocking move, he accepted a plea deal from prosecutors. In exchange, they'll drop the double murder charges against him.
So I had set this afternoon for the deadline as to whether or not Mr. Henry wanted to accept state's offer or not.
And I already went through this plea deal in my other video. So basically, they're dropping the murder charges and they're giving him his regular accessory after the fact and using device, 3-way device, whatever. That's like talking on a jail phone or whatever. And there, to me, that's basically saying we just want to get you out of here. We don't want to deal with you. We don't want nothing to do with you. Like, we just want to focus on YNW MELLY. That's what it's stating to me. That's the way I see it. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, what other way can you see it? Like that's just what it is. They gave him a crazy deal. That's how you know they want him out of there. But the crazy part about it is they're not saying you need a plea deal, but you got to tell on this. You got to say this. You got to point him out in a lineup. You got to point him out on the stand and say what y'all did. And no, he's allowing him to stay silent. He's allowing him to stay silent. And I'm gonna show you right here. Watch.
In circuit court.
Wix gives you the freedom to tell your story.
Each one has your name on the top, your initials on the left-hand side, front and back, and your signature on the back. Did you go over both of these forms? Any questions about what's on either of these forms?
With credit of more than 700 days of time served, Cortland Henry is likely looking at getting out of prison in 8 years.
Mr. Henry, I'm not quite sure how you lawyers managed to do this, but I wish you good luck, sir.
So some well wishes there from Judge Fine to Cortland Henry, but let's talk about this plea agreement with criminal defense attorney Safa Robinson Ferrer. Safa, always great to see you, and thank you so much for joining me. Now, with this proffer that Cortland Henry has to do, the deal is already set in stone. So in my mind, he doesn't necessarily have to cooperate with prosecutors or even testify against YNW MELLY, but what are your thoughts? Do you think that he'll end up being very forthcoming with information during this proffer?
It's going to be interesting to see what route he takes. And of course, with a proffer, it's an offer of proof, an offer of information or evidence and things of that nature that will ultimately come into play with a prosecution, assumingly YNW MELLY's prosecution in this case. And so as far as I'm understanding it to be is that through this proffer agreement, of course, the prosecution wants him to cooperate, but there's no negative sanction for him if he does not. There's not a positive that he will receive if he provides certain information, and there's not a negative that he would receive if he doesn't cooperate or if he doesn't give any additional information. I think considering the possible lifestyle.
All right. Now you heard what she said. They both said it. He does not have to talk. It will not affect him in a negative or a positive way. Either way, he's still getting the deal, and that's that. So why the fuck would you talk? What's the point? What's the point of talking if they just gave you a deal like that? I don't see myself saying anything if I don't have to, bro. Like, you don't have to say shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, he stood quiet this long. Why would he start talking now? If they gave him a deal that he does not have to talk, he doesn't have to. It don't make no sense, bro. Because I got people, there's so many people on the internet with these shits, all these motherfuckers that want to cover all these news channels and but they ain't never been. Literally, y'all are all behind y'all cameras and your mom's house and your grandma's house. Y'all ain't never been in no real crimes. Y'all never done this shit. There's certain people that's done this shit and know exactly what the fuck goes on and how this feels and what people go through. And y'all may have some smarts on it, but being there is a whole totally different situation. Now, to me, he beat them, but in the same sense, he basically left his man for dead. So therefore, that's where your moral stance is gonna be at. Like, then, but like, really, what could he have done to save him, anyways? Go down with him in a blaze of glory? Like, fuck it, bro, we're both taking this. I mean, even though they still got to prove that he did a murder. They don't have real actual. That's why this is still going on, because they don't have no actual footage of him getting out the car, YNW MELLY getting out the car, or there's no clear motive. of him doing anything, right? So, or why he would do anything. There's no real motive because nobody ever spoke. Nobody ever said anything like that. So it's a still touchy, but it's like we kind of left him for dead. But what could he do anyways when they already severed their cases in half? They were trying them separately. They had different trials. They were not trying them together as a whole, as a team. They were trying them separately. So that's why they gave him this deal. They're like, you know what? You're not gonna help this case. You're not gonna not help this case. You're not doing anything. So get him the fuck out of here. Give him his time. He's gonna do his little 7 years and be home, and he'll be fine. Some people are gonna see this as like a dickhead move, like, oh, you just left your man in there to get the fucking death penalty. But you could see it that way, or you could see it as Melly allegedly did something wild, because this is the whole thing, is the crazy ass crime that was committed. You allegedly murdered both of your friends sitting right next to you as they were falling asleep. You know what I mean? Like cold-blooded shit, just some heinous shit. And I think they just want to pounce on Melly. Like they just want him gone already. They want him done and cooked. That's what I think they want. Now, if you feel like he should be cooked with his man, then fine. That's your point of view. But if I was in this situation and that was my friend, man, I want one of us to survive. I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, hey, survive, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got you into this mess. Fuck it, I'll get you out, nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they gonna give me what they gonna give me, take what you gonna take. And honestly, I think that it was orchestrated this way. I think Melly was like, man, go ahead, take that deal, bro. They're gonna give you a deal, take that deal, bro. You know what I'm saying? I don't think it's what people think it is. Like, oh, they did this, they did that, they going against each other, and I don't think it's like that. I'm sorry. Y'all let me know what y'all think, but I don't think so. Not at all. I think it was made to be like that. You know what I'm saying? Like keeping it real.
That he lives, and of course we're in a no snitching environment with certain demographics that he probably will not say much of anything at all.
Yeah, I wouldn't be too surprised if he doesn't say much of anything either. I mean, I feel like part of me thinks that maybe he got the approval possibly from his alleged co-conspirator, that maybe it was okay to kind of go through with this. Because if you're staring down a life sentence versus, 10 years in prison, I can understand why 10 years might sound a little bit better. And part of this sweetheart deal, in a way, do you think it's a sweetheart deal? I mean, he was facing multiple life sentences, and now with credit of time served,
he's in like 4 life sentences.
Yep, it's a total sweetheart deal. He was looking at multiple life sentences on the back end and essentially spending the rest of his life in prison. With this plea agreement, he pled no contest, I believe, to 2 counts, and the sentence promises 10 years. We know he's been in custody for approximately 7, so he's really probably only got about a year to a year and a half left to do on his sentence before he's released. He's also going to be on probation or parole supervision for the next 6 years once he is released.
A year and a half.
So he will have to comply with the terms and conditions of probation or parole once he is placed into that. Once he's placed on that.
And then guess what? YNW Melly got another nigga out in the streets that he could do things for him. You feel me? Keep his music going, keep whatever going, how much you trust him, whatever. I mean, why wouldn't you work it out that way? That'd be the smartest way, instead of going against each other. Like, let my man go. Whatever happens to me, he'll take care of the kids. He'll do whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. You give a nigga his life and his freedom, he gonna do whatever he can for you, bro. Real talk, I would.
So this is a total sweetheart deal. He walks out of here without actually admitting to anything. So yes, he's pleading guilty essentially, but not contesting or factually admitting to any of the facts as the prosecution would lay out.
He could continue his music career and nobody could say he snitched or said anything. This is what I'm talking about. It makes him look real good. And that's like the best deal you could get.
And receiving a sentence that would essentially have him home in about a year to a year and a half.
And so do you think it's kind of a rush to judgment from fans of the kind of YNW collective who are calling Cortland Henry a rat and a snitch already in the Instagram comments, for example, when really he hasn't admitted necessarily to anything? He hasn't signed or written down, hey, this happened at this spot, we did this at this, like he hasn't done that to this point yet. Seems like it really is kind of open-ended as far as how much he's willing to give, if he is willing to give anything to prosecutors.
He ain't gonna give nothing. Motherfuckers need to stop with the bullshit, bro. Why would he give something if he don't have to? Why the fuck? Why? Why would he give something if he don't have to? That don't make no sense.
Why people may think that. What often happens is prior to any plea negotiation or during plea negotiations and prior to any plea being entered by a defendant, there are many conversations that are going on, whether it be between the judge, the prosecution, and the defendant, or there's a bunch of conversations with would be myself or the defense attorney, the client, and other witnesses.
Man, fuck all that. This boy know what he doing. He know what he doing, bro. He know what he doing. You ain't gonna tell me he don't know what he's doing, bro. This nigga got a sweetheart deal, and that's all we're gonna say. That's all I gotta say for this shit. He got a sweetheart deal. We calling it the sweetheart deal. That's what it is. He wants his man out in the streets. Watch, it's gonna help him in the long run. I guarantee it. I'm done with this. This is crazy work right here, bro. If anything, that's a win for Melly, bro. Yeah, he's gonna fry alone. But bro, you gotta pay for what you gotta pay for, bro. Like he did everything he was supposed to do. Everything he was supposed to do. Everything. He even got the tampering with witness shit and all that when he got released and then got put back in jail. Like, come on, bro. He did everything, bro. Like, let that man go. Handle what he gotta handle on the outside, bro. And then you'll be straight, bro. Like, I mean, no, you're not gonna be straight. Yeah, you're gonna have life and shit, but bro, you took 2 lives. What you expect? You expect to get home scot-free? Like, come on, bro. That shit ain't gonna happen, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? They might even cut him a deal. Who knows, bro? Who really knows? Because they don't have no real motive. They're gonna have to like prove beyond a reasonable doubt that he did this with pure evil motive, blah, 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 but they don't have a real motive. They don't know why he did it. People to this day don't know why he did it. They say, some allegedly say it was over money. Some people say that they were going to try to kill him, blah, blah, blah. So it don't matter, bro. Like, it is what it is, bro. Like, let your man rock. If he does, he's been doing the right thing. So I believe he'll do the right thing for him on the outside and hold him down. I think it happened perfectly the way they wanted to. And that's where I'm going to leave it at. Straight up. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. You know what I'm saying? I got a few more videos to cover. So I'm going to throw out a little blast of videos in the next few days. But y'all know what it is. It's Catch a Jukes TV. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all think this is snitching? Y'all think this is some fugazi shit? Y'all think he's gonna rat on him? Like, it's clear. They clearly saying he don't have to. He don't have to say nothing. His deal will not change. You heard what they said. What would you do? Let me know in the comments, bro. Let me know. Y'all already know what it is, bro. Straight up. Thank you for the love. You show it, I show it back. It's Jukes, Catch a Jukes TV, and we out. It's always Ayo to the death of me. I'm gone, man. I'll see you on the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that. Y'all just helping me keep it more real out here because these dudes ain't, I promise.
Jukes. Bad boy in my city, no diddy, like ha ha. Fuck around and catch 50, no pity, like rah rah. Drop the keys off to me, no Alicia, no problems. Break down all grizzlies, half soft, half whipping till it rock up.